Good morning, orchid family. Hi.
Hi, orchid family.
Hi, guys. No. I wanted to show you, I got a little bit of extra tulip bulbs and other bulbs to finish my garden. I made a garden design, and this year I want to have it completely done. Yeah, you can hold them up. I got a lot of tulip and white, a lot of pink and white tulips. This is one, it's called, can you turn it? Yeah, thank you. Can you turn it the other around? I need to see the name. Sweetie, turn it around. Thank you. It's the tulip, it's called Bell Song. I got 8 of those. And then I got 5 mascot tulips. They have nice fringes. This also has nice fringes, and then with that fringe I have another one. Wait a sec, I will have to do it differently. Okay, so I got 8 bell song tulips. I have 5 mascot tulips. They're in a dark pink fuchsia color. I have 8 vinola tulips, and they go perfectly with my Mount Tacoma tulips, white. My daughter wants to say bye.
Bye. I'm gonna go look on my tablet.
Yeah, you're gonna go watch your tablet. It's Saturday morning here. I always say weekend is family time, but I'm going to put these in the ground, so I wanted to show them. Remember when I showed you my Narcissus replate? It's the same one, but it has a pink center. This is the Narcissus Obdam. It's a daffodil. You call it a daffodil, and I have the daffodil with the pink center. I got 10 of those left, and I put 5 of them. I'm gonna mix 5 of them and make groups of 3 between some of my perennials. Then in the same front yard, going to go botanical crocuses that going to multiply like crazy. I've got 2 packages with 35 flower bulbs with white crocus, white tiny daffodils, white parrot tulips, and alliums. Let me see if I can find the name. Yes, a 7 crocus botanica white, 6 narcissus tazetta minnow, 4 tulipa parrot super parrot, and 8 allium Jesus allium neapolitanum. And the allium, the narcissus, and the crocuses are going to multiply, and the tulips won't do that. Then I'm going to mix in there everything but the blue tulip. I don't like the blue tulip, and it's going to go in my backyard. I have, let me see what I've got. I've got 14, oh dear, Chionodoxa luxiale. I think it's called winter aconite. Then I've got bluebells, Muscari armenaceum. I've got 5 tulipa triumphs blue and 6 crocus grandiflora pickwick. That means they're a little bit bigger than the white ones. And I got a little less of them, so I'm going to mix them up. Also, the blue tulip I don't like in my front yard because I'm going to have 40 pink and white bulbs and then just 5 blue ones. That looks sad. So I'm going to have 5 of the blue ones and 3 of the white Tacoma ones, and I'm going to place them in a cluster in my backyard. Then I have some 30 Pushchinica libotanica. It just looks like a small, what's the word? Hyacinth. It's in the same hyacinth family, I think. Not really sure, but they're tiny bulbs, and I think they multiply. And I think they would look lovely between some perennials. Same with the bluebells and the daffodils. And let me see, when do they bloom? So they're gonna bloom in March and April. So that means that my daffodils, my crocuses, and my snowbells are going to come up in February. Then March, April, I'm going to have March. I still have to have the daffodils, and in April, these will come up. March, April. Then in April, my tulips are going to come up, and then I have my perennials. So I'm going to. Oh, I forgot a pink one. I also have. Oh, these are so cute. These are the Crispian Sweets, and the Crispian Sweet go very nicely with this one because they kind of look alike. They stay in the same height, and then the Mount Tacoma ones are 10 centimeters higher, and then the two other pink ones are going to splash in between. So I'm going to make how you say that, a ribbon of tulips in my border. I will insert a picture of the drawing I make for my garden. But what it's going to be is I'm going to have two shrubs. That's just, okay, sorry. I got two bushes and one hydrangea and one rhododendron. And then I have in the edge of the border, I got campanula. And I've got 5 plants of them, and they're going to they're going to spread out, and I'm going to make sure it's going to go in a line. And in between those, I'm going to place the pink and white daffodils and the bluebells. And because it is a perennial, but with the frost, there's a chance that all the leaves are going to die off, and they're going to come up next March, April. And so that means that it's a little bit bare. So when all the daffodils and bluebells come up, I still have a pop of blue color. And then I have, these are amazing. I love them for so long. They're, we call them kievietsbloemen because they look like a kieviets egg. I don't know how you say. It's a bird and it lays tiny eggs, quail eggs. We call them quail flowers. And, Guinea hen flower, kievietsbloem. It's a Meleagris fritillaria, and they're so dainty and so small. And I got 25 of those, and they multiply like crazy. But these I'm going to place in a pot because I want to have this in a basket in one of my arrangements on my porch because I truly love them. I have wanted them for like 10 years, and I finally got some. Then I have some. All of this is going to go in my front yard. With the rest of the bulk of the bulbs I've got left from my last haul with all the other tulips. No, not the bulk. Sorry, I have some daffodils left from my other haul, and the rest is going to go in my backyard actually. And then I have a border which is all red, orange and black. So I got a parrot tulip. It's called Texas Flame, and it's red with yellow. I already have yellow and red tulips. They are double flowered, and I got them from my uncle. I got 6 Princess Irene. That's called after one of our royal families. And these are nice. This is the Red Riding Hood tulip, and look at that foliage. They are a low tulip, and they got very long leaves, but they stay low and then hang over a pot, and they're variegated and they're amazing. Sadly though, they don't multiply. Most of these special tulips aren't multiplying. And then I've got, of course, a nearly black one. It's called the Black Parrot. It's also a parrot tulip. That means that the whole leaf is fringed, not only the top, but the whole leaf. And I have black lilies, and I think they will go really nice in that pot with some Red Riding Hood tulips. Not sure how I'm going to place them and in what order. I haven't drawn the picture and the design for my backyard. But this is the rest of the bulbs I got. So yeah, that's another haul, and I will show you my garden in a second because it's one big mess. I placed all my perennials last year, and then some stuff that I didn't know what it was that I like to just place even if it's a weed. see how it comes up and if it's pretty. And I mulched it because everything was done. And yesterday I decided I wanted to do it differently. So I took a shovel, took a lot of stuff, and dig out a lot of plants that I'm not sure what they are, but I'm sure I don't want them there because I'm going to have a design and I want to stick with that design. But I will show you my yard in a second. So this is the giant mess I made. I pruned my hydrangea, and it's a really old one. This is about 17 years old, and it comes out till here, and that's annoying for... we never use this door. This is my front door. Only officials come in this way. So to actually spend a lot of money to make it pretty when I don't look at it that much, it's maybe a waste of time and energy, but whatever. So this is my campanula. They bloom with this tiny, dainty purple flowers, and they spread. And that's some alkali. I don't know the English word. I told Todd about them because they're amazing. But as you can see, the leaves are being eaten by something, but the leaves die back and then next year they come up. Those already died back. So I dug out a whole lot of plants. I don't know what this plant is. It has big nice foliage, but I don't have a big yard, so not sure what I'm going to do about that. As you can see, I have snails. These are my blue... Oh, I forgot the name in English. I don't know all those names. Anyway, we call it quarter bloom. It's a wheat flower. Blue wheat flower. This is my rhododendron that never been happy. I got it from my uncle, and it has amazing full colors, but yeah, sadly it doesn't hold on to its leaves on all the places, so I'm going to have to add something to sour up the ground to lower the pH, and maybe it does better then. So here you can see the rest of my campanula. This one is doing a little bit better because the sun comes up there and it goes all the way to the back, and then at 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock it pops off that, it comes out behind that house, and then it's going to set over there. So my garden gets sun until here. I have a very nice astilbe somewhere in here, but it doesn't flower. So I already dig out its sister. It's in my backyard with full sun, and I'm going to place it there. This one I have to dug out still. As you can see, I mulched with my French pine bark that I bought for my orchids, and my orchids hate it. But cats keep digging in it, so it's kind of annoying. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to scrape off all the mulch, dig out most of these plants. I'm going to leave the shrub. I'm going to leave the lady's coat, vrouwenmantel. Not sure what the botanical name is. I'm going to leave the campanula. And then when everything is out, I'm going to take the alkali. I'm going to put it in pots and make sure everything is nice and weeded. And then I'm going to put perennials back in. I have some in my backyard that I want to place here. Then I'm going to make a ribbon with tulips. Then I'm going to place the daffodils in between the campanula. And after that, I going to go in with compost and use compost as a mulch, and then the wood chips come back. So this border is going to be done, but only for a year or so, because this one is going to go over there. Oh, I got some verbena. These are cute, but they are very tall, so I strapped them up yesterday. This shrub is going to need to go over there. Then these ugly tiles need to go, but that's a project for when I go back to work. We're gonna use all the tiles from the pathway and make a bigger terrace in front. And then my 2 welcome signs can go to both sides of the door. And then my pathway is going to, from where my finger is now, wait, I'm gonna turn around. Sorry, I maybe shouldn't have done that. From that side until that cluster of weeds, and then the rest is going to be paved in my limestone slate. It's not limestone, it's slate something. And I'm going to leave a small border in front of my window. I don't want anything next to the hedge because the boxwood will block the sun anyway. This is a plum tree, and my husband cuts it down every year. And it has to be pruned, but he doesn't know how to prune, so he just hacks everything off. So I get like 12 plums every year. So it takes a lot of sunshine out of my house, and I already don't have much sunshine. The problem with the slate is we put weed cover underneath there. I took everything out by hand, put weed cover up, and then placed the slate in a jigsaw, in a mosaic kind of way, and we had to actually fill it in with black grit. But we haven't come around to do that, and now all the weeds are coming out. So that's kind of annoying, because kids like to play around the tree and run around on the tiles and play the floor is lava or something like that. So when they do that, the fabric shifts and then it tears, and a lot of weeds came up. So I dug out a lot of my clay soil. We have a lot of clay in the soil, and it's really hard for some plants to grow in there because it's so compact. The roots can't spread out. So what I did when I dug in my plants is that I dug a hole, put some compost in there, and then placed the plant with the native soil back in. So that's what I'm doing. This is my garden project, and I hope by next spring it's going to be done. But hey, psst. See, my cats dug into my garden. They have a kitty litter box, but they like to use my garden. So I'm going to plant this, knowing that next spring my border is going to be like that. So not really sure how I'm going to find my tulips when the time comes, but I'm rambling. Thank you all for watching. I will show you when it's done. I will show you the progress, and it's not orchids, but it's plant related, yes. And this is the mess I live in. So welcome to my home. Welcome to my mess. And thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Bye. Rose out.